Left. This is the maxillary central incisor of the left side. طيب, describe the morphology of this surface. Cingulum, prominent cingulum. Cingulum site is not an answer. It had a prominent cingulum. Marginal ridge is not an answer. ممكن prominent marginal ridge. The mesial is straight and long. The distal is short. Deep lingual fossa circumscribed by the marginal ridge. Circumscribed I mean يعني محاطة. طيب, others. This surface is narrower than the labial surface. Others. شايفين حاجة تاني؟ Cervical line is convex apically. شايفين حاجة تانية؟ Mesioincisal angle sharp. Three mamelons. Distoincisal round. طيب, this is the mesial surface. Describe the morphology of this surface. Triangular in shape. Cervical line. Yes, the outline. Cervical line, Maru. Concave apically. Concave to the apex, and then labial outline curve. Crest of curvature in the cervical said, the others are inclined to the tip. Lingual S shape. What do you mean by S shape? Convex on the cingulum, concave in the fossa, convex on the incisal edge. What else? The mesial. Cervical curvature is deeper than distal. بعدين contact is incisally or at the junction of the incisal third and the middle third. This surface is straight. This surface الميزيو-incisal angle بتاعته sharp. دي حاجات ما موجودة في الديستال. طيب, this is a distal. It is similar like that and so on. طيب, عملنا what is this clinical problem? Mesodent. It is a developmental anomaly of which tooth? Central incisor. Central incisor. Meso معناها in the middle. It is a developmental anomaly of the central incisor. ممكن يكون upper or lower central incisor, لكن most probably for the upper central incisor. طيب, the different surfaces of the tooth. This is the. طيب, what are the morphological special characteristic feature of the lateral maxillary incisor? حاجات خاصة به بس. Narrow mesiodistally compared to the central. Round all over. لأنه عنده round mesioincisal و more round distoincisal, يعني roundation all over the surface.
لا يقول gingival fissure.
Sorry?
لا يقول gingival fissure.
Narrow linguofacially compared. Yes, we can say that. Yes, others. It may contain lingual pit. Is it? Yes. It is quite variable. يعني عنده اختلافات كثيرة. It may be absent or big shape or having lingual pit. Conical, narrow, دي كلها probability of anomalies. طيب, mesial and distal having the same features. What is this clinical problem? Big shape lateral incisor, اللي هو ده anomaly of the lateral incisor. دي هنا برضو big shape. The comparative points عملناها المرة اللي فاتت. What are the general morphological characteristic features, common characteristic feature of the mandibular incisors? In general حاجة common بيناتهم كلهم. الكونفكس لا دي كله ده ما حاجة خاصة بهم. وما هناك برضو شارب ممكن نقول الميزيال انجل اوف بوث is sharp والديستال sharp and round, sharp for one and round for the others, smaller than the maxillary, smooth يعني there are no pericardial. The central is smaller than the lateral, the lingual fossa is shallow, the cingulum is low, no marginal ridges. فدي special features for the mandibular incisor, and then you come to describe each alone. Which of them is symmetrical? Central. What do you mean by symmetrical? Both sides looking similar مش كده اللي هو الديستال والميزيال الديستال والميزيال sharp and sharp والoutlines straight as if they are parallel. طيب اللي هي دي الفيتشرز especially for the mandibular incisors. Variation are rare. Identify the tooth. Mandibular, lateral or central? How do you know it is central? لأنه وين الديستال وين الميزيال you can't tell مش كده they are looking similar, so this is mandibular central incisor لأنه mandibular is symmetrical. The angles are the same, the outlines are the same, and you cannot say this is left or right unless the root is inclined distally. طبعا الroots عندها tendency of distal inclination. The lateral, the comparative points between the difference. Now we come to the canine اللي هو this is the anterior tooth, this is the third anterior tooth اللي هو الcanine. Canine it support the lips. يعني لما يكون ما في canine الليبس بتكون invaginating داخل لجوا. It support the lip. It lies at the corner of the mouth. It characterized by cusp. عشان كده الكناين is called custus. ممكن نقول canine ممكن نقول cusp tooth. From the cusp there are two cusp slopes. انحدارين واحد كده and these cusp slopes they are asymmetrical. Which of them is longer? واحدة اسمها mesial واحدة اسمها distal. What is this slope? Mesial, and this slope, how do we know? Root inclination, it tells us this is the distal and this is the mesial. Which of them is longer than the other? It is always that the distal cusp slope in any tooth is longer than the mesial, with one exception. في الماكسيلاري first premolar الميزيال is longer than the distal. تاني أي tooth distal is longer. في some teeth نلقاهم equal لكن mainly the distal is longer, the mesial is short, except the maxillary first premolar, the mesial is longer than the distal. طيب this is the cusp. The maxillary characterized by this elevation, we call it cusp ridge, and there are pericymata. These are especially for the maxillary, but in general الcanines عندهم cusp. From the cusp there are two cusp slopes. طيب then we come to the detailed description of each surface of the canines. Now we are looking to the labia surface. Describe the morphology of the labia surface of this canine اللي هو الماكسيلاري canine. What is this? The cusp. Labia ridge. And what is this? Cusp, sharp cusp, sharp. The cusp of the maxillary is sharp. And what is this and that? Cuspis lobes. Distal is longer than the mesial. What is this? Cervical line, convex. Apically, what are these? Perikymata or limb imbrications at the cervical sac. These are special for the maxillary canine. في mandibular canine they are different. But these are the description that we need to be considered in description of the labia surface of the canine. What about the lingual surface? What are we going to say about the lingual surface? Narrower than the labial, yes. Contain marginal ridge, prominent marginal ridge, deep lingual fossa, prominent cingulum. فدي النقاط اللي احنا we have to consider. But there are special description for the maxillary canine. As you said, the lingual is narrower than the labial. 2, it have a prominent cingulum. It is very wide labiolingually, and it have marginal ridge, mesial and distal. Within the center of the fossa there is a central ridge أو اسمه lingual ridge، يعني غير بالطرف في one in the center we call it central ridge or lingual ridge. It divides the fossa into grooves. الفوسا is a round depression والجروف is a linear depression يعني خط. إذا بقت line like this we call it groove. لو بقت كلها دايرة بنسميها fossa. Now it changes from fossa to grooves by the presence of the central ridge أو lingual ridge. زي ما كان في labial ridge هنا في lingual ridge. إذن it is narrower of prominent cingulum, of prominent marginal ridge. The fossa is divided into grooves by lingual ridge. What else? Cusp with 2 cuspis lobes. What is this cuspis lobe? Distal. And this is the mesial والcervical. الأضرس الموجودة شفناها في الفيشل can be again described on this surface. لكن mainly نبدأ بالأربعة الأوائل اللي هو narrower, cingulum, fossa, marginal ridge. أي إضافات تتكلم عنها especially and then you can come to the common points اللي هي اللي شفناها في الليبيا surface. lingual fossa إلا معناه ما هنا كاتبين لك لو في lingual ridge ما حتكون fossa حتبقى grooves. هنا دي points. What do we have to talk about? Narrower, بعدين it is of deep lingual fossa and it have marginal ridge, prominent marginal ridge. But if there is lingual ridge, the lingual ridge is not always present, but most probably is present. موجود وين؟ موجود في lingual fossa, and then we change from fossa to grooves. طيب, this is mesial and also the distal, having the same description as the maxillary incisors, but this surface in the canine is wider labiolingual. يعني from labial to lingual is more wide than incisors لأنه الcanine is bulky وعنده very prominent cingulum. Otherwise نفس الدescription: cervical line, concave, labial, S-shaped, lingual, contact. All of the description which we had on the incisor are here again on the mesial and the distal surfaces of the canine, except that of the canine is more wider labiolingually. Incisal edge, is it similar to the incisors? No. الفرق شنو؟ cusp. There is a cusp. ديك ما فيهم cusp بالك straight line. This it contain a cusp, and from the cusp there are 2 cusp slopes. One is longer than the other, which is the distal. Then this tip of the canine is formed by convergence of the 4 ridges. What are these 4 ridges? This tip of the canine is made by convergence of 4 ridges. يعني 4 ridge تلاقوا: labial ridge, lingual ridge, ميزيال والديستال كاسب سلوبس دي عامله في شكل ريدج كلهم they meet at this so the tip the incisal edge is diamond shape يعني زي الماسة is diamond shape the cusp is sharp and long. طيب we come to the mandibular canine. The mandibular canine compared to the maxillary it is smooth. يعني when we describe any of its surfaces we don't need to mention the projections. أي زوايد أي depression ما نحتاج نذكرها. حاجة أوريكم الكلام ده بعدين. طيب الفوسا is shallow. The tooth cusp is blunt. Blunt is not sharp as the maxillary, and it is short. It looks elongated لأنه narrow mesodistally compared to the maxillary. Anyway, what is this surface? Labial. Describe the morphology of the labial. Cusp. No labial ridge. No labial grooves. Cervical line convex. Cusp slopes mesial and distal, which is longer? Distal is longer. طيب اللينجوال سيرفيس ياخد اللينجوال سيرفيس برضو عنده prominent cingulum, no marginal ridge, fossa is shallow and no central ridge or lingual ridge. Cusp is short and blunt and so on. These are descriptions of the different surfaces of the mandibular canines. طيب now we finished about the morphological features of surfaces كلها اللي هي labial, lingual, mesial, distal, incisal لكل حاجة canine or incisors. وقلنا نحن هنعمل 5 جداول عملتوها مش كده؟ جاهزة؟ طيب متفق عليه. طيب now we want to talk about the morphology of the root. Each of the anterior teeth have a single root, one root. This root is conical triangular in shape. Conical يعني مخروط عامل كده. Triangular, if we make a section at here it looks like this. يعني عنده زي المثلث يعني قطعنا كده ما بنلقاه مدور بنلقاه triangular in cross section. طيب of tendency of distal inclination يعني بيكون مايل على الديستال ده شفناه. طيب the roots of the lower teeth single لكنهم flat يعني like this. لكن الماكسيلاري بيكون round ده بيكون flat on the mesial and the distal it flat. Then this flatness it may end into dividing the root into 2 apices. يعني الروت بيكون broader like this وممكن في النهاية يتقسم into 2 apices. خليها تقعد لك للذكر والتاريخ اللي هو ده mandibular canine لأنه الروت is flat بتكون فيه groove on here and groove on there. This groove it divide the end of the root into 2 apices. واحد قصاد lingual surface نسميه lingual apex وده قصاد labial surface نسميه labial apex. يعني الdivision بيكون only in the apex and this division is followed by the canal. الكنال بتكون واحدة بهنا وواحدة بهنا. أيوة في الروت canal treatment this is important. طيب قلنا single rooted conical يعني كده narrow at the apex wide at the cervical بعدين triangular. طيب عمل cross sections it tell if it is flat or if it is triangular like this. طيب طيب ده كان about the root. Then we come to talk about the bulb space. The pulp space is present in both crown and root. The pulp space in the crown we call it pulp chamber. It follows the crown form حسب شكل التوس. إذا الشكل كناين بياخد شكل الكناين. إذا التوس incisor حياخد شكل الانسايزر. إذا الشكل premolar حياخد شكل البريمولر. It takes the crown form. في الانتيريور تيس عنده prominent projection نسميهم pulp زوايد بيكونوا في الماميلونز inside the mamelons نسميهم pulp horns. The pulp chamber decrease with age لأنه كل ما الزول اتعرض لتروما بيحصل deposition of dentin in the pulp space معناها كل مرة بيقفل لنا البلب chamber وخلاص لما التوس تبوظ من عمل لها شنو؟ إذا ما دايرين نقل عن عمل لها شنو؟ روت كانال تريتمنت مش كده؟ RCT اللي هو root canal treatment. طيب قلنا دي pulp chamber and the space in the root we call it root canal. فالحوادث دائما بيتعرض لها الكراون كل مرة تنقص الشامبر لحد ما تبقى اتقفلت تماما. التوس لو باظت أبعد كده ممكن بس بيكون عندها روت كانال والعلاج بتاعنا هيكون في الروت كانال نسميه روت كانال تريتمنت. What is this part of the pulp space? Chamber. And what is this part of the pulp space? Root canal. What are these projections? Pulp horns. طيب دي اللي هي البلب chamber شايفة ده الشكل الكراون لما الكراون كان incisor كناين هنا شايفة ده الشكل الكناين and so on. طيب if we open the chamber and then we look at the floor of the chamber we see opening it leads into the canal نسميه canal orifice ولا هو ده اللي بندخل به أدوات الروت canal treatment. طيب this is the pulp space morphology. قلنا الpulp space in the crown what do we call it? Chamber. In the root we call it root canal. they كلهم مع بعض اللي هم pulp cavity or pulp space. What are these? بتكون in the cusp or the incisal edge and then at the floor we have orifice. It leads into canal. Root canal and the root canal it end at the opening here اسمه apical foramen. This is the normal. But sometimes this canal it branches laterally نقوم نسميهم lateral canals. And this canal may extend to exterior يعني تمشي لحد ما تفتح برا. And this opening of to the exterior we call it accessory foramen. Accessory foramen. فده المورفولوجي of the pulp space. Chamber, root canal, holes, orifice, lateral canals, apical foramen. How many canals in the anterior teeth? How many canals? One canal. كلهم بيكونوا one canal, but this canal may divide into lingual and labial for the mandibular. Why? The root is flat. The root is flat. لكن درى أنه round كلهم لو تلاحظ هنا كلهم بيكونوا single لكن there is a probability of the root of the mandibular anterior teeth يكون divided into two apices. Why do we are very much concerned with the canal shape and the number of the canal? ليه يعني مهتمين بالموضوع؟ عشان نعمل RCT. RCT stands for root canal treatment. طيب عند الأطفال ما بنسميه root canal treatment. المرحلة الأولى بنسميها bulb therapy. Bulb therapy. Bulb treatment. Why do we call it that bulb treatment and here we call it root canal treatment? لأنه أيوة الكامبر بتتقفل with age. الأطفال لسه الكنال موجودة الكامبر موجودة. طيب and then طيب if you if you did root canal treatment and then you fill this and you leave this, what is the problem? خليت دي فاتحة لكن مليت دي لأنك ما كنت عارفها. المشكلة وين؟ هيحس بالألم؟ ما يحسش انت ما شلت البض من هنا، لكن دي بتبقى مصدر للانفكشن. انتوا عارفين انه في البودي there is an interstitial fluid لافي بيشيل حاجات معينة وبيدي حاجات معينة. This interstitial fluid it may enter here and then is cut off from the circulation. فلو بقى قاعد مدة طويلة ما داخل في السيركيوليشن هيحصل له infection لأنه already this tooth was infected ويتحول لبص ويعمل تاني الألم. This is one of the problems. The other problem this tooth it remain hollow يعني مجوفة، فالتجويف ده بخليها قابلة لأنها تتكسر. There is a problem if you left the canal. This may lead to infection by stagnation of interstitial fluid, or the tooth may be hollow and this will lead to fracture of the tooth. طيب افتكر we finish by that of today. Now we finish the anterior teeth. Coming session will be about the premolars. هاتوا ما عندكم الورق.